Good evening, everyone. Hope
Hi.
you're all good.
How are we?
Just Adam and myself tonight. Ryan is in the chat, so good evening, Ryan, from the chat. He's getting ready to scuba himself right up this evening. He loves his old scuba club on a Wednesday night. So welcome to the preview show. Thanks to everybody in the chat. It's great to see you all. A big special thank you for Jonathan Bonner for joining us in the chat this evening in person.
I was going to say
the man himself.
The man himself.
Hopefully he's going to take over from Marcus in terms of the picks.
Now that Bonner's here, does he have to make Marcus's picks rather than the other way around?
Oh yes, that's a great shout. Brilliant. So hope you've all had a great week. Welcome to the preview show.
Yeah.
We're going to do our best to go through all the bits that Ryan does because we're not used to doing it, are we?
Yeah, and they're on your computer, so over to you.
So obviously last week we had two pretty exciting events. We had the US Women's Open, of course, that we all made picks for the winner of. And then, of course, we had an event on the PGA Tour, which is escaping me at the moment, but I think it was Jack's tournament, wasn't it? The Memorial.
Yeah.
So
went to a playoff.
Yeah.
So Morikawa really thought he was going to make the putt. I didn't see him missing it.
No.
But Patrick Cantlay got it done.
Yeah, pleased for him.
And it's one of those. When it got down to it, I didn't really mind which one of them won. It just wanted to be like good golf coming down the stretch, and it was good. I knew it was good because I actually stayed up and watched it.
There you go. It's always good if that happens. All the American events finishing late at night is never easy. So yes, congratulations to Patrick Cantlay for getting another win, and he's quietly becoming
and it's one of
prolific.
Those, and yeah, he is. And for a man that like at one stage in his career, and really thought he had such a bad back injury that he didn't actually think he was gonna have a career at all. So yeah, so he's battled back. He's sort of picks and chooses his events and goes at it his way, and really good putting. The putt he holds to win was very clutch.
Yes, very good. And we're just gonna have a little play to see if we can sync up. Go here. That's not doing anything. We're saying in the chat we're a bit laggy behind the camera, so something obviously coming down the line. We're going to carry on. We're going to carry on nonetheless. So yeah, no, we're not what we're going to try and do at this stage. So let's go through first of all the picks from last week, the selections everyone has made, and of course we go for the bottom of the table. Unfortunately, Andy Kemp there and Ryan Rosansky with minus points. Minus 21 for Rosansky, so a mix of people making the cut and not making the cut, but a solid minus 150 for Andy Kemp and 0 for Adzi there. Kieran Headley, James Wade and Ben Swanson not having a bad week, so 1,000 points I always think is not a bad week.
Ryan's now saying it's double audio.
Double audio. Woo! Nice. I think we may
go back a setting.
Go back a setting. Well, I think the settings are only different to how they were. Who knows? C'est la vie. Who knows? Who knows? Should we try that? I don't know if that's going to make any difference. But there we go.
Two chances.
There we go. Let's try that. That looks in sync with my voice.
Okay.
So let's see if that works. We're going to go with that.
Let's go with that.
So, onto the top of the table. Let's get that in there.
How has he done this again?
It's just relentless, isn't
honestly,
it?
Like how?
Absolutely relentless.
I've just said to Si before we started, he should actually try and do this, and it doesn't matter how minuscule the amount of money is.
Yeah.
Just to see like what it would build up to.
Yes. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it?
What the odds would be actually if you put money on that at the start of the week and then go at it through that. Yeah. And run it for like 10 weeks and see what the outcome.
The only issue I would think he would have with if he actually did bet on it is he'd only be able to go each way, wouldn't he? So they'd have to finish top 5 for him to get any payout.
Yeah.
Unless you went on like Betfair Exchange and you started to play around with that. But he certainly, the scoring there, another nearly 13,000 points. A great week for Glenn Taylor. Great week for Ryan going all in. On King Can getting 8,000 points is fantastic. And what that does for Ryan is it scoots him up to second place in the viewers table. So a couple of 100 points behind me and a couple of 100 points ahead of you. So all of a sudden it's a little bit tighter in there. I've had a couple of so-so weeks and given everyone else a chance to catch up in our league table. But it doesn't.
Rosansky was stitched. Obviously, he
Yes.
had John Rahm
Yeah.
in there, and then obviously was leading
By a long way.
by 6, and then yes, that's a withdrawal because he got COVID. So obviously hoping everything's all right there, and then he can get back when he's done his quarantine and tests and whatever else.
Yeah,
he needs
exactly.
to
You
do.
just hope that. I mean, he was saying that he didn't feel any symptoms and stuff, did he?
Yeah.
And just felt fine. But obviously, you got to go through. You got to go through the process. The protocol is what it is. But yeah, just having a look at the overall league table, and Marcus is a long way ahead in both points scored and average points per week. So 5,500 points he's averaging per week. Very, very impressive. It's
I don't
super,
average
super
that in
impressive.
5 weeks. I don't think.
No. Bonner's saying in the chat that Marcus isn't clever enough for the Betfair Exchange. Well, I wasn't going to comment, but you can say things like that, and I can't. So we're going to move on to this week, and this week's focus in terms of the betting is going to be the Scandinavian Mixed on the European Tour for two very important reasons for me. One, it's a cool event. European Tour doing their thing in combination, in conjunction with the LET. And it's one prize fund. Men are playing off the men's tees, ladies are playing off the ladies' tees, head to head. Let's go! Great, and I'm just really excited to see what that brings as an event.
There's been a lot on the LET, like with the ladies saying that they've been waiting a long time for this event and they can't wait to get going.
And it's going to be fantastic, and I hope it's really, really close, and I hope there's a good mix of men and ladies in the mix coming down the stretch. And secondly, obviously, none of these names will be in Ryan's spreadsheet. So that's the other kicker. That's the other good part about it.
You're welcome, Ryan.
If you guys are at home and you have a spare device and you want to have a little look at that event in the next couple of minutes, we will put all the betting on the screen in a moment. But basically what you're going to do is you're going to pick 2 players, 1 male, 1 female, 50 points on each. That is the stipulation.
That is it.
Nice and simple. We're going to give everyone a chance. Looks in the chat like Marcus has only picked 1 player, so he'll get 50 points on that 1 male player and not the other 50 points unless somehow Bonner gets hold of him in the next few minutes.
That man is now going to win.
Yeah, exactly.
He's going to have all 50 and still beat everybody.
But while you guys have a little think about the European Tour, we'll talk about PGA Tour. And quite an exciting event.
Yeah, I was going to say we've got 2 new events this week. So you've got another great golf course in South Carolina.
Yes.
They're literally like off the conveyor belt.
Yeah, it's mental.
But it's one of those things, it's a very weird golf course. So I've got a bit more information about who owns it and how many members they've got, because this is a bit weird. Considering like all of our golf clubs are like literally get as many members as possible. Like got to fill up, fill up. This has 2.
2 members, yes.
2 members.
2 members. So the golf course is called?
Well, now you've got me.
Get your notes out.
I was looking at the other one.
Sorry. Is it Congaree?
Congaree Golf Club in Ridgeland, South Carolina.
Exactly. So Congaree Golf Club. It looks your classic sort of American layout golf course and big bunkering.
So the overhead shot that's going to be on the screen looks a bit Pinehurst-y.
Yeah. Lots of big waste areas, all that sort of thing. And I think it's going to be like a really interesting event on a golf course that obviously hardly any of the players are going to have played.
Well, no.
Certainly not in competition golf. So
not many of them rock up, no members guest.
No, definitely not. So like we said before, there are 2 members at this golf club. They are the 2 billionaire owners that own the golf course. They are owners of the Houston Texans, so American Football Club. And basically this is kind of like their pet project. They pride themselves on taking a whole load of disadvantaged kids from all around the world, high school, promising collegiate golfers that don't have the funds or the resources or the access to play collegiate golf or to afford to attend colleges. They bring them in for a 4-week camp in the summer before they then find them a place at university and fund their way through university and send them on their way. One of the interviews I was reading was that there was an Irish girl who was in high school, promising Irish golfer, but parents weren't able to send her to college, and they got a phone call from the golf club to say, look, you're coming on this 4 weeks, this is your scholarship, or this is your payment to a college. And she's like, she couldn't believe, can you imagine receiving that phone call, how amazing that must be for a family that's worked so hard to put their child in that position, but still can't quite because it is, it's not a cheap endeavour to go to America to college, even on a full scholarship. It's still it's still
Flights.
pricey. There's
Yeah,
flights, there's the
flights back and
clothing,
forth,
accommodation,
yeah.
all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So amazing that this golf course does it. They wanted to host the 2026 President's Cup.
Yes.
They quietly lobbied to try and get that event, and they didn't, and that's going to Medina. But again, like they said in the interviews, the research that I was doing for it, it's unlikely because it's in literally the backwaters of nowhere. You know, most President's Cups, Ryder Cups, all that sort of thing is around massive cities, massive infrastructure, because you want the hotels, you want the accommodation, you want all the, like I say, infrastructure for the spectators. But for a alternative venue, because obviously Canadian Open isn't happening, they needed a venue between now and the US Open next week. It's going to be really interesting. There's some good players playing as well. Dustin Johnson's playing, Brooks Koepka's playing. A lot of them are going to, use this as a great sort of practice week for the US Open.
Yes.
So starting to get some picks coming in. We'll get there in a second. But Adam, do you want to talk us through the European Tour event?
Yeah. So they've got the Scandinavian mix. It's obviously hosted this week by Henrik Stenson and Annika Sorenstam. So two massive names in the world of golf.
Yes.
So it was interesting. The European Tour earlier on put their Ryder Cup and Solheim Cup statistics up against each other.
Okay.
So Sorenstam versus Stenson.
Okay.
So head-to-head appearances, Annika 8,
Wow.
Stenson 5.
Eight Solheim Cups. That's 16 years. Amazing.
Yeah. So Annika 37 matches, Stenson 19. She's won 22. He's won 10. She's lost 11. He's lost 7. Halved 4. Lost 2. Points percentage 65 for Annika, 58 for Stenson.
Which, obviously Annika Sorenstam is one of the greatest female players to ever play the game. However, historically in the Solheim Cup, Europe as a team has struggled. They get beaten quite regularly, certainly away from home. Certainly during her period of playing. I mean, it's been a bit closer since she retired.
Yeah.
But yeah, just phenomenal player, and obviously, she made an appearance.
Crazy to have that many appearances.
Yeah,
that is just.
That's amazing.
Great. And still be able to walk away from the game and now come back to it as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because she is going to play this week. She's going to come out of retirement to play this week.
So how are we saying it? Are we saying it Voldar?
Voldar, I think.
Voldar. So Voldar.
Beautiful.
So, again, the pictures of this are stunning.
Oh, ridiculous.
Like, looks so good. I think why it looks so good is because it looks so close to home. So again, a very interesting story. So 5 friends set out to make this golf course.
Yeah.
And they wanted to make it a Scottish heathland golf course.
Yeah.
So they've been searching for the perfect piece of land. This piece of land came up, and they got to work about creating their Scottish heathland golf course. So you can see now the bunkering. The tops of the bunkers have all got that heather and gorse across them.
Pot bunkers.
Deep pot style bunkers. Very, very different, and the overheads just look stunning. When I sent the pictures to you earlier, we were both just wow.
This
looks
so amazing.
Good. Yeah, so good. But yeah, it's a world class venue. Just clicking through some of the bits on their website, they're looking at a course that challenges everybody. They wanted it you could play it as far forward you wanted, and it be really quite easy off the front tees because you bypass things as you go further back. But a bit like every links course, things funnel you away from greens, funnel you into bunkers. And
if it's exposed as well.
Style.
Yeah, especially if it's the sort of land, I don't know how close it is to the coast or how close it is to exposure in terms of the environment and the wind.
Yeah.
But you do get some pretty hostile conditions sometimes in Scandinavia.
Looks like on here actually, I didn't read this earlier, they've actually opened it in 2 stages. So they opened an original 9 and then they've now added to that as well. Okay. So now it's gone to that.
Excellent.
So, but yeah, it looks so good.
Excellent.
I won't see I hope Sky have got the drone out this week.
I'm sure they will have the drone out this week. I'm sure they will. So let's go through. I've seen some pics and stuff coming in. So Adam, if you want to read the pics out while I go through, there's 5 pages of betting here. If you haven't already, we want to have 1 female, 1 male golfer. Obviously 50-50 split. But in terms of the point system, it is exactly the same. They need to make the cut to make points. If they miss the cut, they're going to lose you 150 points each. And then if they finish in the top 50, it scales up all the way through to the winner. That gets you 100% of your betting points plus your 1,000 points bonus. So good luck. Let's go for it.
So Kieran has come in. Mark's put Kieran Headley's in, and he's got Jessica Carlson.
Mm-hmm.
And here we go. This is
Yeah.
going to pronounce Pedro Figueiredo. I'm not sure who that is.
Figueiredo.
Figueiredo.
Sounds like the song Figueiredo.
Not really know
Don't know
who they are.
No.
So there'll be a lot of the ladies, unfortunately, that I won't have an awful lot.
Mm-hmm.
I've watched a little bit of the European Tour, Ladies European Tour highlights over the last couple of weeks. Hence my pick is the only person I know that's done well for the last couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So who else we got in here? We got Marcus is gone. I'm not sure. So Dommy's. Oh, he's got Ricard Lynn. Grant, but 50-50.
Mm-hmm. Lovely.
Now, and then Ryan's now put who's your lady pick.
Oh yeah.
John Bonner, Stenson with a home win.
Yes. And yes, Sanna Nuitinen. I think we're going for
Newtonen.
Newtonen.
Yeah, we'll go with that one.
Yeah, that's who I've picked as well. So sorry about that.
Oh, there's another one. James Wade's gone the same.
Yeah.
And
Jacques Kruijswijk.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, Marcus is being funny with his picks. I love it. Fantastic. Go on then. You go for it.
No, go on.
Benjamin Pokes and Laura. Ooh,
Yeah.
Fien Verstuek.
German?
Yes. Yes, there's not many languages where you have... Or South African, potentially.
There's
NFST, all in a row.
Yeah.
In the same word.
Yeah.
There's too many consonants there. I'm going to do a quick search for who she is, where she's from. This is definitely going to blow the whole live stream. Here we go.
Yeah, this is it. Where's she from?
South Africa, German.
German.
Yeah, German.
There we go.
Yeah, lovely, good stuff. Every day's a school day.
Yeah.
Emily Petterson and Robert Rock
Yeah, I was
for
going to say
Richard
the
Hodge. Good work.
The man with the hair.
Yes.
Great pod with him on the Earn Your Edge podcast.
Okay.
Very good.
We've got Glenn Taylor's pick here as well, who's not going to make it. So he's gone Olivia Cowan and Robert Rock. So yeah, some good picks in there.
Some love for the L'Oreal.
Yes. Okay, so we're going to go with my pick first of all. And I've obviously gone for Sanna Nuitinen. And I've also gone for Kalle Samuja, because I thought that's another great name. And that's definitely not going to be in the spreadsheet, is it? Even if we've done a few European tours.
Annoyingly, I've actually gone for somebody that probably is in the spreadsheet.
Yeah. Stenson.
No.
Who have you gone for?
So, I've gone for Ryan Fox.
Oh, yes.
I've gone for proper strokes gained off the tee.
Yeah.
At 20 to 1.
Yeah.
And then she's played very, very well the last few weeks. So we've got Gabriella Cowley at 150 to 1. Lovely. So played very, very well in the events leading up. Yeah. She seems to have featured in every one of the highlights I've watched recently. So
having a good season this season, Gabriella, which is excellent. I've got Ryan's picks in here as well. He's got Alexander Bjork and Megan McLaren. So again, Megan McLaren, excellent European Tour player. So good picks in there. We've got Mark McLaughlin's picks. I don't think we missed those. Ben Evans and Lydia Hall. Did you say that?
No, didn't see them.
Didn't see that one. Yep. So that's Mark McLaughlin's picks. So thank you for that, Mark. Cool. Ryan's going to have some fun putting all these in the spreadsheet tomorrow morning. Lovely. I'm just going back to see if there's any more. No, there's no more at the moment. So fantastic.
I'll send out the obligatory text.
Yeah, you do your text. So hopefully,
Dad's in.
Oh, Dad's in. Oh yeah. So while we get Dad's pick,
he's got Robert Rock.
Oh, is he?
And Leanne Pace.
Oh yeah, Robert Rock, Leanne Pace. That's good. And speaking of Adam's dad, if you were wondering, he picked Lexi Thompson.
He did.
Who finished third or fourth. Third or fourth. She missed out on the playoff because there's a playoff for the US Women's Open. And Lexi was the highest picked player.
Yes.
So congratulations to Daddy Trett, who will be watching.
Yes.
I'm not expecting him to comment in the comments.
No,
but thank you. But thank you for picking him, and thank you for everyone for doing that. We shall get a picture of Adam's dad with the little goodie bag from our friends over at Cutter Golf.
Yes.
Which is on here on the old sticker. We might even give him a sticker in part of it. He'd love it. Put that in his car window, can't he? And hopefully we get more than 2 words out of him.
Yeah. He didn't know I was filming though.
Did he not at all?
I said I'm going to do a video, and then he started to hit some chip shots, and I was like, and then he turned around at one point, and he was like, it's almost like, I won't say anything.
What's going on? Yeah, if you haven't seen on Instagram, Adam made his dad join in one of our promo videos, so that was all good.
He did well today.
Yeah?
Yeah, a little bit of a short game.
A bit of a short game session down by the third green.
Yeah, struggling with the old lob shot. So, yeah.
Nicely done. He did all right, did he? Good stuff. What we like to see. And that's it. I think we're pretty much there.
Near us, I reckon.
Oh.
Getting a bit dodgy off his handicap.
What is his handicap now?
20. 19. Oh, he'll hate me saying 20.
Cool, yeah.
He won the medal this week as well.
Oh, did he? Good work. Awesome. So yes, so I think that pretty much wraps us just about up for tonight. Gets us all set up, all excited for some good tournaments this week. I think it's going to be.
I think it's great to, and again, it's the European Tour trying something different, getting something different out of it. I know that obviously the money isn't as big on the European Tour, which sometimes works in their favour because they can do these co-sanctioned events. Mm-hmm. They can stick them together and make a really, really good event out of it.
Yeah,
and they've done it down in Australia, didn't they?
Yes, they did a trial event down in Australia.
So
this was supposed to happen last year, wasn't it? The Scandinavian mixed, and obviously got rolled back.
Yeah, so it's good that they can start to do these sorts of things. Yeah,
and I think it's just a prime example. We've spoken about it before. European Tour aren't afraid to be a little bit different. They don't just go generic Pro-Am Wednesday, tournament Thursday to Sunday. Let's all move on. Let's send the caravans down the road and do the same thing again. You know, trying these events, trying some sort of stroke play and match play events, trying some mixed events, trying some, like golf sixes, that sort of thing.
Yeah, golf sixes and the team events, and they've done that.
Yeah, exactly.
So long may it continue.
Yes, we are in Adam's garden this evening. Thanks, James. Yes, we're chilling out on Adam's. Nice new. I like this little. I could quite comfortably sort of tuck myself away here for a couple of hours and fall asleep. So yeah, I think that pretty much does us for tonight. Unless there's any more comments down there. Hopefully,
comments and questions.
Hopefully you've seen, if you haven't already, the video that I released yesterday of golf in a hoodie. So obviously the hoodies that you will have seen us wearing on previous preview shows are available in the merch store. If you want to head over pgi365.co.uk, get yourself one of those. Would be awesome.
Modelled very, very nicely by Ryan this week. Yes. So thank you, Ryan, for buying one of those. It was great to get the picture through. That it come through to you. Yeah,
definitely. And this is again just opening that interesting conversation. We've had some dialogue in our Patreons group amongst ourselves in the comments of the video, just about how golf traditions sometimes work against golf. It just really doesn't do it any favours. Certainly some of the traditions of what you have to wear in the bar after you've played. It's difficult. There's time and a place for these things, but it's quite interesting. You've got an exciting video coming out.
So yes, I've got a video coming out tomorrow. So I've managed to retrieve some footage that suddenly was lost, and then some very clever gentleman managed to find it and get it back.
Oh, amazing!
So yeah, he managed to do that. So that was great. So that's coming out tomorrow. I went over and saw Johnny Sharkey at Newmarket Golf Links Academy over there. Had a putting lesson a long time ago. Yeah. So apologies. It's all been put together, so that's ready to rock and roll tomorrow. Yeah. Go through the process. I talk a little bit between it. There's a lot going on, so yeah, have a good watch. It is, if you are local and we're looking for something putting wise, detailed wise, superb.
Yeah. And also, I know Ryan spent a lot of hours today editing. He had a lesson with me on Monday morning this week. So we filmed quite a lot of that. So I think he's been editing that away. So I reckon that will be up hopefully by the weekend as well. So that would be another video to the collection. Then obviously we played in our PJ event last week, which we did a little video too, which we've got some little bits and pieces to finish off for that one after we finish. And then again that'll be out next week, and we keep on rolling. Yeah, lesson 2 video out Friday we're talking about, so that's perfect.
Good stuff.
Good. Okay. Yep. Excellent. So that's enough from us. Thank you to everyone that watches. Thank you especially to the guys that are our Patreons. Amazing. Thank you so much as always for your help and support with the channel. We can't wait to see you guys all very, very soon. And if you don't know about the Patreon group, then PGA Live 365 If you go to Patreon, search PGLife365, you'll find out all the information, all the ways you can help support the channel. Sorry, you were going to say something.
Yeah, like I've had an idea about that, but I'll run that past you later.
Okay, we'll do that off camera, shall we? Rather than splurge it live. Good. So yes, thank you very much as always for watching, and we'll see you next week.
See you
Bye-bye.
later.